It's your boy Rude Dog. Check this out, man. I decided to come back at you with another one. But this, this is an adult channel. Adult things do happen. Adult things do go on. You will hear me smoking. You will hear me talking some shit. You will hear me saying what adults do. You know what I mean? That's what adults do. now, now, adult. Let's keep this all the way 100. Man, look, this is my view on this Trump thing. We're gonna take a good like 20 minutes on this, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, y'all. But yo, this is my Trump view on this, man. I think this shit was staged. That's just me. But yo, since I got some theories and thoughts and all this, and since we all got theories and thoughts on what happened with Trump, on what went down with Trump, well, yo, we about to debunk some of this, you know what I mean? So for that, we got my boy right here that's getting ready to go ahead and break it down to us while we sit here, smoke, trip out on what the fuck is going on. So let's get this bullshit going. Holla at your boy, man. Rude dog.
The Trump rally shooting was a false flag, or it was staged to make President Trump look like some kind of a martyr. We're going to talk about everything from theatrical
That shit
jail
was
to a
staged.
former FBI agent that was sitting right behind the president that gave the go-ahead order. I'm going to give you my opinion on all this. And of course, I want to hear yours after the video. No matter if you agree or disagree, let me know what you think down below. Let's go and get into it. Let's go ahead and talk about, first of all, this woman that was in the crowd. Now, people are saying this is former Albany FBI agent Janine, and I'm gonna.
That bitch right there. That girl right there. Right here. That girl right there. She is 5-0. That's Johnny Bravo double O agent double O 2237455.
Totally screw this up, but I'm gonna say it how I see it. Disguise PPI. That's the way I saw it when I first seen her last name, and I was like, disguise. Oh my God, this is just fueling people even more. Disguise PPI. I know that's not how it's pronounced, but we're gonna go with it. So I pulled up a picture of Janine compared to the lady in this video. The first thing I saw was the neck, right? Because that is clearly different than the woman in the photo. But the other thing that I want to point out is while her actions are weird, it was weird, okay? People act differently in kind of tragic situations. For instance, Vincent Fusca, a guy that is further fueling some of these conspiracies.
Shorty wasn't even bothered. Look at her, man. Look, she chilling. She got the glasses on. She got the locs on. She like, nigga, what's had? She like, oh, nigga. Fine. Got your own video, nigga.
By the way, Vincent Fusca is somebody that people think is JFK Jr., who passed away in 1999. They think that's him disguised as Vincent. But this guy is known to show up to a lot of Trump rallies. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on him. But if you look at him, he actually doesn't move. He doesn't flinch. Like he's been in this situation before. I mean, the guy is so freaking cool and collected. The only time I really see him do anything other than, kind of curiously, move his.
So if you're doing affiliate marketing, you'll probably relate to this. I remember when I was starting my first affiliate.
Head is he.
I don't do no affiliate marketing. Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all. But yo, I'm not gonna buy this subscription, so y'all gonna see these commercials from time to time. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do it. It just ain't gonna happen.
He starts pumping his fist when President Trump gets up.
Fight the
Most of the
power.
people, though, you see them duck.
Fight the power, y'all. Fight the power.
I don't know how far from the podium these guys actually are. They look closer than what they are, but it's really interesting when you see how different people react in this situation, and you see that all around the crowd. Now, again, if there was something like this going on, one thing I want you to consider is that the shooter would have to be able to see her through the crowd, through the benches where Corey was sitting, through people holding up signs, people standing up with no magnification on his rifle, by the way. I just don't see that happening. Another thing, if she was in on some plot with the Secret Service or with the shooter to take him out, why not use an earpiece? And why not be in that position? Why not be in one of the other bleachers away from the gunshots, right? You're going to put yourself in harm's way, just to do this? Doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, people could say that about the shooter too. He knew he wasn't going to walk away from there. But there's just a lot of things about her that doesn't add up with what some people are saying. By the way, if you want to ask me questions or you have video requests, if you want to add free videos, all that kind of stuff, I put it up on Headshot Nation. So come over and check me out over there. I set up a 30-day free trial. So that way, if you're like, oh, this sucks, I don't want to be a part of this, then you can cancel anytime. But if that's the best place to hit me up, ask me questions, video requests, things like that, ad-free videos, all of that, and some exclusive stuff coming there as well. So come check it out if you like it. It's less than $10 a month after that if you decide to stay. Now, let's talk about the wound on Donald Trump's ear, because this is one of those things that people are talking about and pointing to, that it's kind of theatrics, the way he bandaged it up at the RNC, and he took the shot because he wanted to become a martyr and he wanted to get people behind him and, further rally his base and get people out to the polls this November. So, first of all, the Secret Service agents that were around Trump when he got shot, they acted super quickly, right? And those people aren't really the problem, because they shielded him very, very quickly. We've talked about some of the other agents, the female agents, that just shouldn't have been there body blocking for the president. Regardless, these guys acted quickly, but maybe they acted quickly because they had to put the theatrical gel on the president in order to make this look good. They had to play it up, right? Trump had to get hit in order to become a potential martyr. Right? If bullets just whiz by your ear, to me, that's not playing it up enough. You at least have to get a piece of your body, at least just a piece, kind of blown away. But Trump doesn't want to be KIA'd in this whole situation. He's got to live through it. So anyways, there's a picture floating around that somebody...
Now, see, this is the part where I say this shit staged. Because I saw this same video, this same picture that this man talking about. This is why I say this shit staged. Let's get to it.
One of the Secret Service agents actually left the ketchup packet on the inside of his collar. Now, in my opinion, whoever that agent was that left that ketchup packet there should be fired way before Kimberly Cheadle. All right, the Secret Service agents would have had to act very quickly for this to go on. But then there was people with cameras behind the podium, right? They had him shielded. It's hard to see him on the ground. That's by design. But do we really think that Donald Trump would go through all of this and have his Secret Service agents putting on this theatrical gel or ketchup or whatever you think it is? Okay, that's a little bit more plausible, I suppose, than the 1 in a million shot that it's going to take for the shooter to nick Trump's ear. Keep in mind, the shooter was using a DPMS rifle, no magnification. He had a red dot on there, okay? Now, no magnification at 150 yards, he would have still hit that shot if Trump would have not turned his head, okay? He would have still hit it, and you can do that as an average shooter, okay? You could, at 150 yards, 200 yards, I can spend probably 20 minutes max with somebody and have them shooting that 200-yard target with boring regularity. One thing they're not probably going to be doing, though, maybe not, I don't know. But with no magnification and just a red dot, the rounds are going to be scattered on that target a bit, because it's going to kind of be hard to hit, within the same area. Now, guns are measured.
Now, but see, red dots don't hit in the same area. See, that's the thing. See, red dots hit you like just suppose you get a red dot foul. It ain't gonna hit you where that red dot is at. It's gonna go a little bit below it or a little bit to the side of it. It's not gonna hit you where that red dot is. It's gonna hit you in the vicinity of the red dot. See, man, motherfuckers don't know this shit. I done shot a lot of guns in my life. But I'm trying to tell you, that red dot That's just to let you know where in the vicinity I'm aiming to hit you at. The only way you're gonna hit him on point with that red dot if you like damn near point blank. That's the only way you're gonna hit him on point with that red dot. But that just comes from experience.
in MOA, meaning at 100 yards, if you have a good rifle, you should be able to have an inch group. So all three of your shots should be within an inch at 100, 2 inches at 200, so on and so forth. The better the rifle, the better accuracy, better barrels, better chambers, better ammo also that you can run through the gun. All of these things make a big impact on how well your shots are placed. Now, if this guy was using a high-end AR, something like that, with magnification, at least 6 times magnification, well, yeah, maybe he could have made that shot. But with that DPMS, which is a very bare bones, kind of bottom of the barrel type of AR, for him to be able to pull off that shot with a red dot and just nick his ear to make Donald Trump out to be a martyr, I don't see it, boys. I do not see it at all. That's a tough shot. So there is that as well. And of course, we see where the shots are coming from too. That's another thing that I want to point out. There was 3 initial shots. There was 5 additional shots that came into the crowd. There's a graphic I showed in the last video that had a bunch of those shots that were hitting down low. So again, we're kind of assuming here that the shooter had to take all of these additional shots to make it look real. And any one of these shots, he just happened to miss everybody except for an innocent bystander, Corey, who was in the crowd, and then 2 other people across the way that were critically injured. Just doesn't make a lot of sense, and to me, nothing there lines up at all. From the theatrical gel, maybe a little more plausible, but then when you think about the gun that was used, the distance, no magnification, and everything we just talked about, that's a tough one to pull off, and just grazing his ear, by the way.
Like you said, it's a tough one to pull off, but it can happen. See, that's the part, motherfucker. See, I'm not doubting it. I'm not doubting it at all that this shit was fake. I'm not doubting it. But then again, on another hand, I'm sitting here like, well, maybe so, but I'm not doubting it.
Now there's other reporters in the mainstream media that are saying, I think there was actually a tennis star that said, oh, this is, the way he's bandaged up, this is for theatrics. You know, it was just, she talked to a nurse friend of hers and she said, no, we would have never bandaged it up like that. Well, maybe that's true. But did you ever consider the guy doesn't want to be leaking on national TV? I know that sounds like a really weird concept. You don't want President Trump. He doesn't want himself leaking on national TV. I know, sounds crazy, but there's that. I heard another reporter say, oh, if Trump was hit, his ear should have been blown off. Should have been gone. He should be earless on the right-hand side. Well, 5.56 is a really fast but small projectile. And so it's going to interact differently with metal, wood, glass, things like that, hydraulic lines like we saw. It's going to...
Wow, I just built the most amazing workflow on Monday.com.
You build your own workflow? Why? There are...
act differently with internal organs, okay? But the cartilage in the ear is totally plausible to see a fast moving round at that, at 150 yards, by the way, just going right through and then, you know, off into the crowd, of course. And it continued in that straight line because there just wasn't enough resistance in the cartilage of his ear to do that. So these are just idiots being idiots. Now, they're also making a big deal about the fact we don't have very many details from his doctor, that report from the hospital. What we do know, obviously, he was bandaged up. We also know that he got a CT scan to make sure there was no concussive type of injury from those rounds getting so close to his head. All that stuff came back clear, and people are pointing to the 81 assassination attempt on Ronald Reagan. We knew that information that day. Well, there's a couple differences that I can think of. I don't know why we don't have it, so maybe something else will come out about that. I'm sure it will. But Reagan was a sitting president at the time. That's something that actually my mom brought up, which I thought was a really good point. President Trump is not. Although he is one of the most targeted people in the entire United States and the entire world, to be honest with you. He was turned down, by the way, for additional Secret Service requests, or his team was turned down for additional Secret Service. So that is sketchy, and that's something that we'll have to explore. But regardless, Reagan was a sitting president. Trump right now is not. There's also this little thing that's happened in between these two time periods, and that is HIPAA laws, which were passed in 1996. So there may be something attached to that they have to consider before those things can be released. I'm not saying that's 100% absolutely the case, but that is my guess as to why we haven't seen those documents from the hospital just yet. Now, other people are saying this attempt for Trump to look like a martyr. Secret Service agents were actually smiling. You see this picture going around along with the ketchup packet picture. Also, why was Trump allowed to raise his fist and take this kind of photo op after this unfortunately tragic thing happened? Well, I agree. He was exposed. If there was a second shooter somewhere, he was exposed when he was walking to the armored Suburban, when he was still up on stage after they got him up, when he got his shoes. I mean, there were some issues there. But one thing about President Trump, and I don't know, I've never been around him, but what I do hear is that he's got a commanding presence, and I can see that. Trump is going to do what he's going to do. And he wanted to signal to the crowd that he is okay, right? And it's an incredibly powerful moment that people are saying was just there for the photo ops, right? So those camera people, they're always within vicinity. They're one of the few people that can be that close to the president. And of course, they're going for pictures. They were trying to get pictures on the other side of the podium. And of course, as soon as he gets up, they're going to follow him and start snapping pictures. And President Trump is going to do what he's going to do. He wanted to let people know he was okay. That's it. People claiming a false flag, you're allowed to question things, right? You should question things. And I think that is healthy. It is, if anything, over the past 8 to 10 years, people have questioned more and more of things like this and what's going on, all of these odd circumstances. I understand completely, and you should question it. But this is what I've come to the conclusion with. And so the ideas that we share, they should be accurate and fact-based as often as they can be, and this is what I've come up with. But of course, I'd love to hear your opinion, no matter if you agree or disagree. Let me know what you think down below. By the way, if you want to ask me questions or you have video requests, if you want to add free videos, all that kind of stuff, I put it up on Headshot Nation. So come over and check me out over there. I set up a 30-day free trial, so that way if you're like, oh, this sucks, I don't want to be a part of this, then you can cancel anytime. But if that's the best place to hit me up, ask me questions, video requests, things like that, ad-free videos, all of that, and some exclusive stuff coming there as well. So come check it out if you like it. It's less than $10 a month after that if you decide to stay. Big thanks to you guys. See you in the next one. And as always, hold them down.
Now, here's my throwdown on that one. See, my thing is, yeah, in a way, but still, I ain't sold. I'm not sold. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, but yet I'm not sold. You know what I mean? Straight up, I'm not sold. I just ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling it. But alright though, that's how it be though. I'll holler at y'all, man. Root dog, I'm out of here. Oh yeah. Just to let y'all know, I got one more coming. I got one more show for you. Now I'm done with y'all.